What is up, my fellow Helldivers? Welcome to Salt Divers Podcast. What's up, dude? How you doing?
Here we are.
We've got some stuff to catch up on.
We do. There's some stuff happened this week. Well, it wasn't this week. It was last week.
Over the course of a week.
Right after we did our last podcast.
Yeah.
People went,
well,
hey, excuse me. Actually, there is some new stuff in the game.
Well, actually.
Actually,
yes.
Let me get my thing going here.
So let's talk about what we missed. So there's a new-ish mission.
It's a side quest.
It's a side quest.
It's a side mission.
But it is a freaking pretty cool one.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. And we have new enemies that I do want to talk more about.
The Incendiary core guys?
Yeah, those guys are pretty rad.
They're pretty wild. Yes. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah.
I do want to say though that so I knew about the roving AT-AT walkers like right after we got done recording last week.
Yeah.
And I felt really bad because we got a bunch of comments saying like, oh, you guys didn't talk about the new mission. And I'm like, oh, gosh, I knew I should have went back and like recorded it.
And you asked me, you want to go in there and record?
I was like,
And I'm like,
we did it. So we'll talk about it now. In some higher level, I think it's above 6, I think, on the difficulty.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think it's 6 and above. You get the roving AT-AT walkers. And they added a new one that has a stratagem jammer on the back of it, which basically kind of like protects the other ones from eagle strikes and stuff.
I thought that was just some goofy thing that we found in the
you thought it was fake?
In the spoilers and in the upcoming section, that was but it was just some bullshit thing. It's like, look at that stupid looking puppy with the jammer on its back. That's dumb. Who would have thought of that? It's like, oh, I guess, well, there it is. There it is in the game. I think it's a pretty
cool addition.
Yeah.
And it makes sense, like lore-wise. You'd want the one to protect it from like eagle strikes and whatnot.
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it is a real pain in the ass.
You have to calm nothing down.
You have to use ambush tactics, basically. So you have to squad up with your boys. I haven't tried doing it solo yet, but basically you bring your recoilless rifle and you bring the lawn chair cannon thing that you guys like to use, and you set up an ambush, and then you just you take them out. The lawn chair cannon.
The lawn chair cannon. I like that. Yeah. That's good.
That's
sit there with the umbrella and a Mai Tai. Take a drink, smoke off your cigar. Yeah,
got him.
I like it.
Yeah, great addition. I like it. I can't really. I have a hard time saying it's a new mission.
It's not a mission. It's not a mission.
It's a side quest with assets.
You don't go into your mission objective map thing on the thing and push a button that says kill the convoy of things. Yeah. It's like you choose to do another
ore sample,
missile launcher or sample, and it's like, oh, this map just happened to randomly has the walkers going through. It's no different. It's no different to me than going up and seeing a pod on the ground and you have to defend it for 2 minutes while it uploads stuff. It's the same kind of thing. It's worth the same amount of points probably. I like it though. Launch, put up the LiDAR tower and go kill the
roaming strat. The roaming. What are they called?
Factory striders.
Striders.
Except those shoot back at you. The objective actually shoots back at you.
Yeah.
Instead of having you.
I will say it's pretty cool to see them in a row in the distance when you're like rolling up on them and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, but they will hammer you. It's if you just like randomly shoot one, all 5 of them turn their heads and go. It's just a wall of freaking red laser beams coming at you.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It is fun, and it's a really good addition to.
I totally agree. It's a good addition. So, that being said, I do want to talk about the Incendiary core new automatons. I'm a bot fighter. I love fighting bots, and the Incendiary core guys are freaking rad.
They are, and yet another good addition.
Yeah, this is probably one of the better variants of enemies that we've ever had. Like, I'm not a bug fighter, so the variants on the bug side don't really do much for me. Yeah. But in this case, these new style, because we talked about the Jet Brigade.
Yeah.
And we're like, they're kind of,
they jump at you and you shoot one and they blow up. And the residual damage from the one you blew up blows up
all the other ones.
It's really, I never felt like the Jet Brigade was
as big a threat as they said it was.
Deal.
Yeah.
With these guys, this is like a whole new
faction. Yeah, it's
faction within the faction. This is like we're the fire brigade, and we're gonna come fuck your shit.
And
up.
Going in,
and they're really overtuned. To me, I mean, when a little pebble, they shoot at you, and you dive out of the way, but yet you see that one little rock comes out, hits your ankle, and you burst into flames. It's nonsense. Okay, it's silly, but but these things, they're not easy. They're not easy to fight, and they were triply not easy for me to fight this week because my first experience with them was also my first experience with a new war bond, with a new armor, with a new weapon, with mostly fairly new people in my crew.
Yeah,
because that we hadn't really been able to gel yet and play with yet, and I just went straight to a 10 the first time I get it, and I don't think we extracted. I think we completed the mission, but we didn't extract. I don't know. Tough. It was rough. We were down to like 3 resupplies or 3 reinforcements left in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It was awful.
So I got a funny story though, because when I first dove in, same thing. I'm testing out the new war bond, and I'm diving on the planet with the new Incendiary guys, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be cool. And I was warned ahead of time. They were like, bro, it's a different run. Like you got to plan accordingly.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm like, it's just bots, whatever, no big deal. No. I got my ass kicked. But it was so funny though, because one time I hadn't seen the new Hulks yet. I didn't know about them, and I'm like rolling in, and I see this Hulk in the distance, and I'm like, what the hell is that? Why does he look weird? He's not shooting at me. So I like take a pot shot at him to get his attention, and he just like drunk, and then he goes. And I'm looking at this ball of fire in the sky, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. And then but it just completely blows the hell out of me. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? And he's like, oh yeah, that's the new freaking mortar Hulk with the fired balls.
The exact same thing happened to me this week. Oh
my God.
That unfortunately for me, one of our friends clipped it and posted it. You've seen it, I'm sure.
I'm sure I have.
And it's just me. There's a Hulk behind a fence, and I'm like, if I throw a grenade at it, it's just gonna hit the fence.
Yeah. So you wanted to get its attention.
I wanted to get its attention, and so I just like shoot it just one time, so it'll like turn around and like barge through the fence and come shoot me with his flamethrower or whatever, and I can get a grenade on it in that time, because they're not really super hard to kill if you got the thermite grenade. The
thermite grenades are awesome.
Yeah. But this one, I hit a plunk and a pling off of him, and he just turned around. And I'm sitting there, and I'm kind of running, kind of walking away from it, but I got the camera turned, and the fireball just slow motion, and I went, oh, and it just blasted me. It was
they are pretty cool, man.
People made fun of me in the chat. It's like, oh man, that was like slow motion death. And I'm like, yeah, it's exactly what it was. It was awful. But super fun.
So now that you've got to chew on the new war bond, what's your feeling on the Western vibes on that one?
I'm overall liking the new war bond. I don't think there's not a lot of stuff in this war bond. There's like 16 things to buy or something like that, and then with the hovercraft is like 110 medals or something like that.
Yeah, I'm okay with things being expensive. That doesn't bother me. There's not a, compared to other war bonds. Well, there was that graphic that went out.
Yeah.
Where it was like, you could, the amount of things in each war bond is slowly getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah, I'm not really appreciating that, but that's probably a whole other topic we can break
It doesn't bother me that much as long as the things in the war bond are of decent quality. Yeah. Like if one war bond has 15 things, but those 15 things are freaking dope, it's okay. As long as the next, if the next one has 20 and they're like mid, it's like, whatever. That doesn't concern me as much as some other people do, but
I went in with my 250 medals, and I bought the armor and I bought the guns.
Sure.
Okay. And then I pretty much had blown my load.
I love that freaking new lever action.
But the new lever action rifle is awesome. I really love it. It's just very satisfying and pleasing.
Yeah.
To just shoot a freaking bot's head off.
Yeah.
Pow,
you get that. You get that motion every time.
I like the new sidearm laser gun. With you can like just like
fast
trigger it. Yeah, it's fun. It's a good thing. I'm not so sure about the armor. I think they look cool.
I think the armors look cool.
I think they look good. I'm not sure how.
Well, I'll tell you
how useful the side effects are.
The side effects to me are super useful because I use the Senator all the time.
Yeah,
like that's my go-to sidearm unless I'm doing something very specific. So to be able to reload the Senator like lickety split, dude, it makes such a difference. It makes a huge difference with this armor. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I think it's decent. I think it looks great. Overall with this War Bond, I think I'm pretty pleased. Yeah. I just wish there was a few more things to buy. That's all.
There's one thing that I want to mention because I do have an issue with the hover backpack. I've seen people use it, and I kind of treated it like a joke when I first saw it.
Dollar store jetpack.
I think you call it the dollar store jetpack, right? Yeah. I didn't like it at first. I thought it was kind of dumb. I still kind of think it's dumb. Although I've seen a lot of people in our community on Discord say how much they like using it, and it's got its unique uses that they enjoy. I'm like, oh, that's cool, man. But to me, what I think should have been done, and I'm not trying to say I'm like smarter than the devs or anything like that, but to me, it would have made more sense. Like people have been begging for new ship upgrades and new things to kind of like utilize that computer that we've all haven't touched probably in 4 months. Yeah. Because we're out of upgrades.
It's over there.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm like, I think it would have been freaking dope to, in this War Bond, instead of having a brand new jetpack that you have to choose this one or that one, you get a jetpack upgrade that you can unlock a new tier. So like say you have like 3 or 4 tiers worth of a jetpack. So the first tier jetpack is the basic jump. You get to jump. You only get 1 per tank, yada, yada, yada. And then you can upgrade that once you get to a certain point. You can use your samples or your super credits or whatever, and you can upgrade it to the second tier. And the second tier has got 2 jumps per tank. And then the third tier is like 2 jumps per tank, and you get a hover option. And it was like, it would just build in this kind of well-rounded idea of like, okay, I can use this same stratagem. I don't need a new stratagem. I just need to be able to upgrade the one that's already existing. And I think that goes into, it kind of ties into the customization for weapons and stuff that we've talked about. We're like, hey, I'd like to be able to use my samples to maybe get incendiary recoilless rifle rounds or something like that, and use my ship upgrades to upgrade that so that I can use it planet side. And I want the game to lean into that because I think it incentivizes people more to get in there, customize, upgrade. Everybody's going to have a slightly different loadout, and you get to use the same asset in multiple different ways. And like once you get to a high enough tier, and then, I mean, who knows, they can introduce some kind of prestige thing where like you start from the beginning, but now you have all these extra points and everything. There's all kinds of things they could do. And I just felt like having another stratagem in the War Bond was kind of a waste when you already have a very similar stratagem that you could just upgrade.
Right.
To me, I feel like that would probably be the better way to go.
And give us something to spend our
money on,
our medals on.
Medals,
and we end up getting capped out after
and the samples
the day
and stuff
after
like that.
The War Bond comes
and
out.
it'll help flush out the upgrade area for your ship. We're like, okay, now I can have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Same thing for the stratagems or the sentries. Pretty much anything.
Listen, you have to quit making sense. You have to quit.
To me, sense. it just is so obvious. I'm like, why do I have to choose between 2 different jetpacks? Why can't they both be like options with the same jetpack? And then if you really want to go crazy,
remember back in the 70s?
No.
Well, I guess you weren't alive yet. But there was always this thing you always see with this guy with a jetpack on, where it was like literally like he had like these CO2 canisters attached to
You mean the James Bond movie with Sean Connery?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That was a real jetpack.
Yeah.
That's a real ass jetpack. And even the janky 1970s jetpack could go up and move forward and backward. It was
not super Earth technology though.
It's really funny.
You only get
and he's
one.
Sitting there with his things, with his trigger, just all, and you're like, oh my God, that guy's gonna die. It's just, but it is really kind of funny. It's what you're saying. It makes sense.
I don't know. Comment below what you guys think.
You can jump or you can go up and down. That's what the jetpacks do.
Yeah.
So
I don't need 2 jetpacks to do 2 different things. I just need 1 jetpack to be able to customize it.
But like you said, quit making sense.
I don't know.
And Swedes don't make sense. So what is this jetpack that makes you go up and down and forward? That does not make any sense.
No, not at all. I do want to say though, the new armor set with that new jetpack does give me some Rocketeer vibes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which I'm digging a lot. I think that might be my new, aesthetically, it might be my new favorite.
I think you should just be able to like have a jetpack that's like a real jetpack.
Like to fly around all over the place.
Like the Mando one, the Mandalorian one. So you can get like a Mandalorian helmet because the new armor is very Mando.
Very Mando.
You know, and just make it happen.
It's a space western.
I want to fly around. Let's go. I mean, that's kind of what we are. We're Mandalorians, right? Going around.
Yeah, the new Western armor is very. It's got very space Western Mandalorian vibes for it, for sure. But yeah, that's it. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about as far as the new Warbond and the new missions and stuff like that. It is cool. I want to address a couple of issues.
Careful.
I know. We
don't want to get negative.
God dang.
God forbid. We can't let the Glazers out there get upset with us and leave comments about how we're always so negative. Why are you guys always so negative? You guys just need to quit playing. If all you can do is talk shit about this game. It's like, look, there's a difference between talking shit and being critical.
Yeah.
And we say all the time, we do love this game. It is a blast to play. But bro, this game's in a worse spot now than it was 6 months ago.
Things are getting weird, man.
Things are getting weird.
The code is becoming spaghettified.
Yes,
and it's like,
so true.
I fell through the earth the other day, and the ragdolling is back to where it was like pre-buff.
Yeah. I'm ragdolling everywhere.
Yeah.
I
have massive connection issues now.
Yeah.
Which went away for a while, and now they're back.
I had my whole system just crashed.
On your brand new rig.
On my brand new machine. Yeah. I mean, and even my old machine, I never had crashing issues. You guys roll out crashing, and I'm the one sitting here killing my machine, streaming to 3 different platforms, playing this game, and on my half-assed
8-year-old desktop.
Yeah, and it's just, and I'm playing fine, and I never crash. Maybe once or twice.
There is something to be said
but the new machine just said nope. It just died on me one time. What the fuck?
That's a real thing, because we've heard people say like this older game engine that they've made this game in, it doesn't play well with modern shit. So maybe because you had an outdated rig, it played better.
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know.
But I've been getting ragdolled like crazy lately. The other night I was playing and my pod came down and I just like went through the earth. I was like, what is that? It's like I didn't even land.
These are issues that like in the first 6 months we were like, oh, these are weird quirks, and now we're like, this is a year in and they're back, because it's weird because they would go away, they would do something that would fix
shot
it
through walls.
Clipping through rocks and stuff.
Spartan still likes to get inside the rock on top of the extract when you're on top of the hill. With the funnel one.
Yeah.
He's I'm gonna go get in my hiding hole. Like, oh, you mean the clipped rock that you can just like jump into and have your head poking out through it? Yeah, stuff like that drives me crazy. It's just
weird.
Come on, guys.
Look, I sat down the other day and I was trying to play with the new Warbond and stuff like that, and I was kind of settled in. I was in bed. I got my laptop up there. I've got my headphones on. I'm at a good spot. I'm ready to enjoy myself. 3 minutes in, complete disconnection from my squad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I got so freaking irritated, dude, because I was so ready to dive in and it just didn't work. And every time I would log in, I'd get freaking booted back out, or I'd lose connection. I'd drop the server, and I ended up playing solo anyway. And I just got really irritated with it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, on the one hand, they're giving us some pretty cool new shit.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, it's almost always punctuated by bugs and
howevers and bugs.
Yeah. Like, oh, this is great, but
oh, this rules. However, you haven't fixed this yet. And it's just, and on top of that, I'm finding and I have to be careful how I word this, but the community as a whole needs to learn to communicate with each other, and they have we have to start getting the cooperation figured out somehow.
Yeah, because
we're losing MOs now, and the only reason we're losing the MOs is because bug fighters are being bug fighters, and there's not enough. There's not enough cooperation going on where we're getting things done. And some bot fighters are being bot fighters. And it's like we like to do. I know we like to fight bots, but we will go kill bugs.
Oh, whatever. We'll support the MO.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we got to communicate, guys. I mean, we don't need to lose so many. I don't mind losing an MO once in a while, but we can't just lose them. I mean, eventually, Joel's just going to say, well, we need to make the next MO easy enough to where we know they can get it done.
Yeah.
So we can move the story along a little bit, which I think is what's going on right now.
Yeah. Liberate 2 planets in like a week.
That's hard.
On bug side.
And there's probably a gambit somewhere that nobody will end up doing where we can do both planets at the same time.
As a whole, the player base still doesn't know how to do a gambit, and it's so frustrating because like
Joel, they're telling us what to do.
Every freaking YouTuber, Buzz Lightyear, Cloud Plays, like all these guys are like, there's the gambit.
Yeah. Go to Julheim,
but the player base just doesn't do it.
No. No, I don't want to do that.
It's like, come on.
That doesn't make any sense.
Right there.
But it's fine.
These are all. I feel like this is rinse and repeat issues.
It is,
which is one of the reasons why it's frustrating. Is because I thought I'm like, can't we be past this already? Please?
Yeah, it's very frustrating.
Yeah,
but then at the same time, as the game is still so much fun. It gives you those moments. But like that video I just showed you.
The Bile Titan video.
There's this Bile Titan video out there where this guy puts like some, I think it's a Madonna song to it, and he jumps off of a cliff. And he goes into super slow motion and launches a freaking recoilless rifle or something. and he's just flying through the air like at a 500-foot altitude. And there's a Bile Titan half mile away. And you just see in super slow mo, the round just goes in and just blows the Bile Titan into like 6 pieces.
Yeah.
It is so cinematic and so much fun. And that's why people love this game, I think, because you don't get moments like that in most of these other games that you play, and it's just super fun. Come on, man, just take the bugs out. Take the bugs out, guys. Come on.
There was a recent announcement. I don't know if it was from Shams or somebody else, but they were like, there's performance issues, but we're focusing on new content. And it's like, no, come on, bro.
You can't do that. But anyway,
it's like new content's great, but if the game's broken, it doesn't matter.
Fix your shit. Just make a conscious effort. Just fix something. Fix the ragdolling.
They've already done that. That's what's so frustrating is like, I know they've already fixed it because I played the game after they fixed it.
I know,
and it was
too.
Great.
It's worse now than it ever has been.
And now it's back. And the connection issues are back. Like these are all like ongoing issues that every once in a while will just rear their ugly head. Yeah. And it's so like, oh, come on. I thought we were done with this. But anyway, that's it for this week. Yeah. Enjoy the MO. It's on bug side. We've got almost 63,000 players right now. At the current time that we're recording this, which is great. It's good. I mean, the player base is solid, dude. Like I see it drop every once in a while, but it almost always comes back, and it always hovers around this time. So I mean, all good, man. Keep fighting.
70% are on bugs.
Yeah,
20%.
You and I are still going to do our thing where I'm trying to line up my rank with yours, and then we want to cross that 150 mark together on a live stream. So
it's going to take some time.
We'll work on that.
I'm like 137 right now, almost 138.
Yeah, I'm like 147 or something like that. So I'm a ways ahead of you, but I'll wait. All right, that's it. Thank you guys so much. Join saltynerdiscord.com. We have a huge amount of Helldivers over there that are talking and hanging out and collaborating, and our voice chats are always full. So if you're interested in hanging out with a cool group of people, come over to saltynerdiscord.com. Other than that, just like and subscribe and enjoy the video. We are going to be making some videos about some other games, so if you're interested in that, please subscribe again and follow what we're doing next, because it's going to be cool.
Yep.
All right.
Can't wait.
See you guys later.